You are listening to Passport Talks, a podcast on how to become a true cosmopolitan, how to travel the world without visas, create a safe haven for your family, and access top-notch education and healthcare with a second passport or residency.
EU residence permit, proven methods of getting it. Gaining an EU residence permit offers numerous advantages, including visa-free travel across Europe. With a residence permit, you can reside in the country and travel freely across the 27 states of the Schengen area without the need for visas. Tax optimization. Taxation levels vary from one country to another, but many offer favorable tax conditions for foreign capital and newcomers. High quality of life, healthcare, and education. European nations are renowned for their excellence in quality of life, healthcare, and education, consistently ranking as leaders in these domains. Beautiful nature. Europe's compact size and efficient transportation system enable you to explore various natural wonders and places of interest. Rich cultural heritage. Europe boasts a wealth of historical monuments and architectural treasures, allowing you to experience its rich cultural heritage firsthand. Establishment of a safe haven. Europe offers a stable and predictable living environment, making it a desirable location to establish your own safe haven. 6 ways to get an EU residence permit. 1. Investments provide a pathway for obtaining an EU residence permit by contributing to the host country's economy. Various investment programs offer distinct options, primarily differing in the required investment amount and duration. Typically, countries grant the opportunity to select among options such as purchasing or renting commercial or residential real estate, acquiring units in investment funds, making bank deposits, and more. 2. Marriage to an EU citizen represents another path for obtaining a residence permit. However, EU countries rigorously scrutinize such cases due to the prevalence of fraudulent marriages. Consequently, a series of verification steps are required, including evidence of cohabitation, knowledge of your spouse's habits, and biography. 3. Family reunification is an option to obtain an EU residence permit if one of your close relatives already holds one. In this scenario, you must demonstrate financial dependence or, in some cases, sufficient income. Cases involving adoption also fall under this category. 4. For unique specialists lacking in the country, securing an employment contract offers the possibility of obtaining a blue card, particularly suitable for professionals like scientists. You must find a company highly interested in your qualifications and CV to qualify. 5. Education serves as another route to an EU residence permit. You can obtain a residence permit for a year, renewable annually, while pursuing your studies. 6. In cases requiring long-term medical treatment in a European hospital, you can apply for a residence permit lasting 1 to 2 years, contingent on a contract with a medical institution. However, one hopes such a need never arises. EU countries offering residence permits to property buyers. Malta has 2 investment programs for acquiring residence rights: the Malta Global Residence Program and the Malta Permanent Residence Program. Both programs offer flexibility through either renting or purchasing real estate and allow you to include various family members in your application, including a spouse, children, parents, and grandparents. The Permanent Residence Program even permits the inclusion of siblings. The processing time for the Global Residence Program is 3 to 4 months, while for the Permanent Residence Program it is 4 to 6 months. The key distinction between the two is that permanent residency allows you to spend time in Malta, while a residence permit obliges you to reside in Malta for at least 183 days per year. Consequently, the Global Residence Program is more suitable for moving to Malta. In Greece, requiring a residence permit involves purchasing real estate valued at €250,000 or more. The Greece Golden Visa Program offers the opportunity to obtain a residence permit initially, followed by permanent residence in 5 years, and potential citizenship after an additional 2 years. In Cyprus, permanent residence can be attained by purchasing real estate valued at €300,000 or more. After holding permanent residence for 5 years, you become eligible to apply for citizenship. An added advantage is the ability to include family members in this program, such as a spouse or partner, children of any age, and parents. To participate in the program, you must provide proof of an annual income of €50,000 or more. Spain's residence permit can be acquired by purchasing real estate valued at €500,000. This program offers the flexibility to include family members, such as a spouse, children, and parents, with the overall cost varying based on the number of applicants. After holding a residence permit for 5 years, you become eligible to apply for permanent residency, and an additional 5 years of residence makes you eligible for citizenship. In Portugal, the passive income visa, also known as D7, requires a stable foreign income of at least €760 per month. It represents one of the more cost-effective methods for residing legally in Portugal. Under the D7 visa conditions, you must either purchase or rent real estate with no specific cost limits imposed. However, you are obligated to demonstrate a steady annual income from abroad, the exact amount of which varies depending on the number of applicants. Besides, the D7 visa holder must spend at least 183 days in Portugal. As a resident, a D7 visa holder gains the privilege of visa-free travel across the Schengen area, enjoying certain tax advantages and becoming eligible to apply for citizenship after 5 years. Steps to an EU residence permit by investing in real estate. 1. Choosing a program. You have the option to seek guidance from Immigrant to help select the most suitable program. The consultants will assist you in determining the program that best meets your needs and provide comprehensive information on its conditions. 2. Preliminary due diligence. 1 day. Immigrant Invest's certified anti-money laundering officer thoroughly examines your documents, identifying any potential issues. This confidential step minimizes the risk of rejection to just 1%, and your passport is required. 3. Selection of real estate, 5 days to 3 weeks. Remote assistance is provided to help you choose the right property that meets the program's criteria and aligns with your preferences. Detailed photos and videos of the property and its surroundings are taken to ensure you make an informed decision. 4. Trip to the country, 2 to 5 days. During this phase, another property check is conducted and various bureaucratic tasks are addressed. This includes opening a bank account, obtaining an individual taxpayer number, and preparing a power of attorney for a lawyer representing your interests in the country. 5. Fulfillment of program conditions, 1 to 2 months. A lawyer or investor proceeds to sign the contract and finalize the real estate transaction. You transfer the payment to the seller and the lawyer obtains the certificate of ownership on your behalf. 6. Preparation of documents and application, 1.5 to 2 months. Collaborating with a lawyer, you gather the necessary documents. The specific list varies depending on the country and program requirements. You complete and sign all required forms, arrange for translations and notarization of documents, and submit them to the relevant authorities. 7. Getting the residence permit cards, 1 month. After the authorities review your application and documents, you will receive their decision. You may be required to submit fingerprints and other biometric data. Once approved, you'll receive your resident permit cards, making the successful completion of the process. Nuances of application for a residence permit in Europe. Specific cases such as medical treatment, education, or employment contracts require distinct documentation for a residence permit, typically centered around a contract with a relevant institution or organization. Furthermore, you must demonstrate your financial stability either through a bank reference indicating sufficient funds to support your life in the country or by securing a job offer with a salary meeting the program's requirements. In most instances, obtaining medical insurance is mandatory. Suppose you're applying for an investment program or a residence permit for financially independent individuals. In that case, your initial step involves undergoing preliminary due diligence through Immigrant Invest, during which you only need to provide your passport. Following this initial check, you will receive a comprehensive list of the documents required for your application. While the exact requirements can vary based on the specific program and your circumstances, you will generally need to verify your income, furnish a certificate confirming your clean criminal record, and prove the absence of certain medical conditions such as HIV. Additionally, you will be required to purchase medical insurance for each applicant. That's it for this episode about obtaining EU residency. Visit immigrantinvest.com for detailed information about the mentioned and other investment programs, or book a meeting with Immigrant Invest lawyers who can help answer tricky questions. Take the next step towards your global opportunities and secure your future with Immigrant Invest. And see you in the next episodes of Passport Talks.
You are listening to Passport Talks, a podcast on how to become a true cosmopolitan, how to travel the world without visas, create a safe haven for your family, and access top-notch education and healthcare with a second passport or residency.